What's going down, everyone? We are in the building on another edition of the Backstage Business on the Executive View Network, presented to you by the good folks at ProMe. Go to ProMe.com and get all your bedding needs and all the material you need for your bedroom. It can be bought at their website. They got bed sheets, pillows, pillowcases, everything you can think of, all in silk. Nice little fabrics. I mean, you have your ladies laying on silk. You know what I mean? You got to have her looking good, feeling good, and sleeping good. It's good for your sleep. But get to their website, use the Executives View 2026, our promo code, get 15% off of your entire order. That's Executives 2026. Listen, the ring is set up. Everybody's filed in, got their popcorn. They're in their seats, and they are ready for the show. We are about to get it popping. I don't do this by myself. I got a slew of people with me. I got the serious one himself, aka Mr. Simmons. Serious is in the building. What up, Serious?
What's up, big dog, man? It's been a while since I've been on the backstage business joint, man. It feels like a minute, man.
It's been great too. We had a great time.
It's all good. I'm back. Ready to poke the bear. Man.
Now we miss you, man. We need somebody to. I was getting double teamed by these two, man. It was a handicap match with these
I
two,
tried to
man.
help you,
You
man.
know,
He's at the
so I
bottom,
need.
man.
I
The quick.
know, but I need my tag partner, man. You did like a Dom Mysterio. You reached out over the ropes and you jumped away and let me get beat up in the ring. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how that would now. But no, I'm kidding. It's good to have you back. And we got the Queen herself, Miss Stacy, in the building. What up, Queen?
What up, fam? What up? Glad to have us all back
Yeah,
together again. Got the band back
yeah.
together.
Absolutely, and it wouldn't be a show without the controversial one himself, aka controversial Corey, in the building, aka Cody Rhodes' biggest supporter. What's up, controversial Corey? How's it?
He a little heelish though. I don't care what y'all say. He a little heelish. What up though?
What up, man? It's good to hear from you, man. Good to see you. Listen, it's been an interesting week. The week that was in wrestling, we had a really good SmackDown and then a really good Raw. Listen, I don't know. I want to start here because usually we go recap into shows and talk about what happened on each show, but I just want to highlight kind of my opinion of what's been going down, and I hope you guys agree, disagree. We can have a good discussion about this. I am in the camp that it's been different since SummerSlam. It's just been different. The shows have been much better. The storylines are better. Could it be the fresh talent that's integrated? Possibly. Could it be the champions that are now running with the ball right now? Possibly. But I feel like there's a before and after, and I feel like WWE got control of WWE, and it's not TKO meddling and doing whatever they want and getting their hands in the business. So, what do you guys feel like the feeling has been since SummerSlam? Serious, I'll start with you, my brother.
Honestly, bro, I mean, I can see where you're going with it. I don't hate the take. And it's very difficult to argue instant based off of how things have looked over the past couple weeks, if you will.
Hmm.
We've had turns, we've had storylines kind of start to develop. We've had a lot of different things that we've liked. This whole Oba and Braun Breaker thing just came out on its own, and Stace and Corey and I have had yelling matches during the weekdays, LA night thing, and
All
you know
caps, all caps,
all
All
caps, all caps.
caps.
all
So
caps.
respectfully, um, about this whole LA Night bloodline thing, and that seems to be coming
Yeah.
around a little bit. And
Hmm.
they're doing something with Live now, and there's still some hiccups along the way, but I don't disagree with your statement. Since SummerSlam, um, the shows have been decent. They've been great to watch. I keep seeing reports saying this has been the best Raw since the open night of Raw. This has been the best SmackDown. Corey still hasn't watched the SmackDown, so that's going to be the true test. If we get Corey to watch
Yeah.
SmackDown on Fridays, what I'm saying, then WWE is doing stuff. But to your point, big dog, I kind of like where they're going with it.
Yeah, I mean, what I saw, I don't know if you guys saw this, but They had the segment on this past Monday night with LA Knight, Solo, and the Bloodline be the highest rated segment um, in a while. I think at least all year. Not, and I'm not
Yeah.
talking about match. I'm
Yeah.
talking about segment. And
Yeah.
it had the most views on socials. It had almost 60 million views on socials across all their platforms. So something they're doing something right, Corey? I mean, they're doing something right on these shows with the storytelling that they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I watch SmackDown Friday series. I watched
Oh,
it. We
me
talked
too.
about it.
Hey,
We talked about it in the chat. Now, there's
Right.
gonna be
You were
some things
active.
y'all gonna have to refresh my memory about some things because it was a week ago and
Same.
life happens. But I mean, the story's been good. Right now, you got Cody and Randy, you got KO and
mhm,
Punk, you got
Yeah.
the whole bloodline thing where, and I'm sure we'll get into it. Everybody was complaining, and it's like, yo, it's a different story. It's a new chapter. They're doing some good things with that story. Just sit back and relax. Especially to the
yeah.
people that thought Solo was really gonna go back. We'll get into it.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think the people thought that Solo was going to go back with the bloodline and they were going to run the same play. And they kind of ran the play they did. I think you sent it with Sami Zayn. But either way, like, it's not the same bloodline. It's different. It's the same, but different.
There are
And I
different
like the freshness
variations
of
of
it.
it, but the
Yeah.
different variations of it. But I can't fault the people for thinking that they were going to run the same play when up until now it looked identical. You know what I'm
Yeah,
Yeah.
saying?
but you can blame the people that thought that serious. Stop being politically correct.
I'm
Everybody that thought it is people that know this business. Now, everybody that knows this business know you're not gonna take a dude with the heat Solo got right now and bog him down with a heel storyline that he shouldn't be in. Everybody knew that.
Right.
yeah, right.
Right.
But I tell you what I think caused the confusion, and I'll get into it more. I think what caused the
Mhm.
confusion was the fact that LA Knight didn't come out and help him last week. And I think
Yeah.
that's where
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
confusion started. I think that's where people was
Yeah.
like,
So,
"Oh no, they're really going to do this."
right. Right.
I
Right. I
mean,
agree with
that
you.
was a work
And
though
you
because
didn't
he
know what
came
you were
out
going
this
to
week.
get.
That and
Yeah,
like I
but
said, we'll get
last
into
week
it. That
it
confused
was
me.
probably a misdirect, right? It was a misdirect
Hmm.
last week because he didn't come out on Raw, and you were like, "Oh wow!" And then you saw him to begin Raw, and he was just like watching him go. You know what I mean? So, Stace, we'll get into the bloodline in a second, but like, Stace, I definitely want to get your opinion on what you've noticed since SummerSlam.
Well, I think for the first time in a while, we can invest in the majority of the storylines that are happening on both brands, right?
Yeah.
There feels like there's more of a balance of buy-in to the majority of them of the storylines. I mean, I know like Corey is not about Chad Gable, and I'm probably in that same court. But I think they're giving us some new things, right? We're doing the AAA tournament, which is exciting to see
Nothing else
the
for it though.
investment. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
something
didn't
new.
like that either.
But it's been good to see that happen. Like they're highlighting some new things as well as giving us some legitimate investment in some good storylines. And it hasn't been that way for a long time. I think that they
Right.
really had to fix both brands on some way. I mean, we'll still talk about this, and y'all know I'm going to be with Main Event Mamas tomorrow night on our State of the Women's address. It's
Let's
an all women's
go.
panel that we're going to be talking about what's going on, and I still think there's some things that need to improve when it comes to the women.
Mhm.
But the women that we are being seen, they're great storylines. They're really solid. So I think that they've really finally they put a roadmap together with SummerSlam that allowed us the opportunity to start seeing better content than we've seen in a long time. Because I don't know how long we've been arguing, at least two or three of us, for
Mhm.
years, that there were so many imbalanced, unre- uh, unavailable storylines, right?
Hmm.
They were too rushed, or
Right.
they seemed too polished, or they just, I don't know how many times Sirius has said this year that it's just not believable.
Hmm.
They're finally laying groundwork now that makes a difference in our investment level. And they're also giving us content that bridges the gap in the types of WWE fans, right?
Right.
And honestly, here's the other thing. And I'm going to say this, and Corey, I think you're going to be like, absolutely. They're not drowning us with Danhausen right now. Like they didn't know what to do previous to SummerSlam so much that we were getting 20 and 25 minutes of Danhausen on Raw and on SmackDown. Then everybody started saying absolutely not. And they've started using him more specifically. So it makes sense. And I think that's helped a lot because when they couldn't do anything else, they were throwing Danhausen in. And we were,
Right.
even those of us that were the bigger fans were like, whoa, it's getting too much. So I just think that they're being a little more thoughtful and being more diverse in their fan buy-in. Do we have some things to improve on? Yes. I mean, I know I put this in the chats when I told you guys that I just read this week that we go back to 3-hour SmackDown in January. And we're like, wait, we're finally okay with SmackDown again, and we go back to 3 hours. So maybe that'll give us an opportunity to see better to get into WrestleMania season. But I mean, I'm happy with what we're seeing. So much better than it's been in a long time.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I can see your point, and I'm not going to disagree. Like, I think there's some things that we've noticed. I'm not going to say everything's perfect, right? I think Corey, you alluded to it before too. Like Baron Corbin, like, what are we doing with him? And then
Yeah.
Big Cass, what are we doing with him? Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Are we using
that's
him
Yeah.
to
annoying.
get Javon over?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say that again, serious?
That's annoying me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Agreed.
Yeah, no, listen, I agree with you. But then, when I created a video about it, if you go to our socials and YouTube, you can watch the video, quick hitter, about Chelsea Green, how she opened the show on SmackDown. I mean, I had to say it. Like, I felt like they made her into the people's champion, and it
Yeah.
worked. And so it's like you have some really high highs, and then you might have some lows that aren't super low, but it's like, you could do better than that. Or like having Carmelo lose at home, we could do better than that. But then JC Jane wins the U.S. title, and we all called it, we all wanted it. I mean, Corey didn't want, he wanted her to have the women's title, but I think this is a good substitute. But I like the way they did it. So I like what they're doing. I think they could do a lot better. But listen, nobody's perfect, and the only one that wants them to be perfect is the IWC out there, and they think they can book the shows better than anybody else. So go ahead, go for
Got
it.
you.
You know what I
Even
mean?
from a social standpoint, the IWC is not as in up arms as they have been leading into some other segments of time. Like,
Hmm.
it's calmed down. I mean, there are still some people that are just gonna never ever be satisfied. Like
Yeah.
there are some people that I can't because no matter what you do, no matter how great a storyline changes or ends up being where the masses love it, they are ripping it to shreds. So this is the calmest I've seen the IWC in a long time.
I can't disagree with that. I mean,
Yeah.
they got in a little upheaval after Solo got beat clean by Jay, and I think
Yeah.
this week they just shut their mouths because they had nothing to stand on business with that. But I mean,
Plus,
I thought
they're
SmackDown
going
was a
back and
really good show.
correcting
Like I said,
themselves.
yeah,
They're going
yeah,
back
no,
and putting out like I hated it before, but now it makes sense, and it really was great storytelling. And I haven't heard those
right,
words from anybody but us really in a long time. Um,
yeah.
Even the IWC is saying things like these are great storylines. It's great storytelling. So
Hmm.
hey,
What's so? Let me ask you this, Stacy. I'll come to you and then I'll bring it around. Out of every storyline that you've seen develop, Bloodline versus Solo and LA Knight, you got Ova, Braun, you got Chelsea Green, 30 Days, you got Stephanie Becker, Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, you got Cody, Randy, you got Punk and Kevin. What storyline are you most invested
So
in right now?
many. So
I know
many.
that's why I started rattling them off. I'm like,
if you think of all of those, all of us were like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, and then oh yeah. So I love that we're finally at a spot, and I don't want to jinx it, right? Because this is when it tanks when you love so much of it.
yeah,
Um, I am equally fully invested in one that I'm really surprised about and one that I'm not surprised about. Like Chelsea Green, y'all know, live or
Hmm.
die. We're riding at dawn
hmm,
if they screw this up. Like I love it, and
hmm,
I agree with you. And I'm sure we'll break down her promo even more later. But
yeah. No, we can do
there,
that next.
this was fans, right? The fans have been saying this since Michael Hayes and you said this when it first came out, villain, it's a work. Like he intentionally said that about her to make everybody in the world mad. And it worked, right? So they bide their time. They wait until they get the right spot. Rhea gets hurt, and they're like, okay, let's do this, and it has worked tenfold, right? Like, it's incredible. So I'm fully invested in that. I can't wait to see what happens next. And the other one, and Corey, don't pass out because I know you'll be shocked. I'm loving the Bloodline with Solo. Pew pew.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
I'm obsessed. And you all know I have never been invested in the Bloodline. I've never been about it. I mean, Solo. They are finally giving him everything he deserves and really getting to shine, because behind the scenes he's been a face for a long time. Like, y'all, we've all seen the video of him helping an old lady putting her suitcase on a plane up, and people are like, look, see, he's not really the bad guy we think he is. Or him doing low-key high fives with kids in the front off screen. Like, he's always been that guy. They've just held him back, right? And literally to add some fun, and really they're trying, I mean, the goal is twofold, right? We're trying to make Roman something that we didn't think was possible, and that was really they're trying to heal him up. They're really trying to heal him up.
Well, he definitely did it on Monday.
Absolutely, right? And you guys, 2 weeks ago we were saying there's nobody that we can make Solo. There's no way we can make Roman a heel, right? He's the same yesterday, today. Like, he's always been the same. He's never changed who he is. And the fans were not happy, right? Like, literally, we are all in for Solo. And also, think about this time last year, MFTs, we were like, meh, you know. So they've been trying to do things with Solo for a while. And now it clicks. It's all about timing. And we've got a heel Roman, which also will coincide with, he's going to be the heel anyway in Mexico next month.
Yep.
So you level him out so it balances, and it makes for great TV.
Then when he faces Oba, whatever, or whenever that happens.
Yes. So it really does make for planting the seeds of what we expect it to be, because we've talked about that so long. How do you do that when the fans, no matter what, will never turn on him, and now we're here. We're here. And it feels great. It's a great place to be right now. So those are the two that I'm really, but I mean, I'm invested in most all of them for the first time in a while, save a couple things here and there. I'm paying attention. They've got my attention, and they haven't for a while.
I can't disagree with you. Corey, which storyline are you most invested in right now out of everything that's going on? I mean, I didn't even mention the fatal influence. I haven't mentioned, like, there's so many things going on that you can sink your teeth into.
I put the Bloodline in their own category. I've always been, y'all know, I've always been invested. What they're doing with that, I think is great. I love that they're gonna finally just say, all right, you know what, Roman's a heel, even though we all knew it. But the two I'm most invested in. What up, LG? The two I'm most invested in
Wow, baby Larry.
Old hens. Look, the old hens are back together.
It's the two women's feuds. And when I say the two women's, I mean the triple threat on Monday, but I also mean Tiffany and Chelsea on Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've set it up. It's been set up. It's gonna happen.
It's coming.
Like, it's easy. It's easy to say the Bloodline or KO and Punk or Cody and Ray. It's easy to say those, but the two women feuds. What are they gonna do with Becky and Stephanie?
Right.
What are they gonna do? Right. What are they gonna do with Chelsea when this 30 days is up? Is Tiffany gonna finally blame Chelsea for her losing her title because she was too busy helping her? It's like they've set up the two women titles perfectly. So I'm excited to see what they do with those.
Absolutely.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I mean, there's no wrong answers here. I mean, just it's whatever you feel. Serious. What do you feel like? What are you most invested in right now?
I don't want to take the easy way out, because I can say all of it. I really can. And to Stacey's point, we haven't been able to say that for a while. For a while.
Yeah.
Hell, I've been invested in this AAA tournament to see who faces Roman next week.
Yes.
I'm invested in that
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
those luchadors can go. I'm
Every match
invested.
has been really good.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
We
invested
gonna be
in.
we're gonna beef about this tonight. I want y'all to know that.
That's fine with
Huh?
me. I feel
We're
agree with
gonna
me.
beef about this
Okay.
tonight.
I got no smoke. Let's go to work. I'm also invested, positively or negatively in what they're going to do with Javon Owens in this big cast thing. Like, how does the David and Goliath thing kind of work itself out? You
Yeah.
feel me?
Hmm.
Like, why is he attacking, or why is he taking homage on the smaller guys? Go after somebody your own size, but it's a work there. What they're doing with Chad Gable, like, who's going to be the number one contender
Hmm.
with Chad Gable? We haven't seen Ethan Page in a while. So what's going on there? There's so much going on, and there's so many different ways you could turn. And we haven't even mentioned the fact that the MFTs, that the new tag team champions over on SmackDown. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What
Haku.
what's going on there? And
That
so
was obvious.
so what?
When they brought Haku back, that was obvious. That's the
Yeah,
one
I mean,
thing
yeah,
they
but they
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
put
that's
absolutely.
the
Haku
one thing
came
they
back in the
did.
mix. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So does somebody get a phone call and they join? I mean, there's so much going on, man. I'm so excited to sit here back and watch it. But if I had to pick one, I'm a double tap on what Corey said, man. With these women got cooking right now. I haven't even mentioned Soul Ruka and this whole beef that she has with Angry Bird Lady. And circling around the IC belt with Raquel, and it's just so much going on, man. But yeah, give me them females, man. It's awesome watching it.
That's how solid everything is right now, and where you have more good than bad. That people are the IWC are complaining about why did Lyra Valkyria lose to Sol Ruka? That's their biggest complaint coming out of the week, because usually there's
Yeah.
bigger complaints. That's the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
biggest complaint coming out of the week. So everything is on the up and up. I mean, for me, um I'm surprised nobody said, but I'm really invested in Braun. I just want to see them touch and get physical with each other, and how they're going to play this out. Like, how do they make each other look strong without somebody eating a pin or something like that, like, because I think I'm surprised they're doing it as Sunday night main event, Saturday Sunday main event, however you want to say it. We'll say it however you want to say it. But I'm surprised they're going to do the match there, but I'm not surprised because there's nowhere else to do it that can
Mhm.
draw money.
You
You know
can
what I
wait a
mean?
couple of
So,
weeks. You can wait a couple
but
weeks
can
and
you
bring that
go
back
that
after
long?
the event.
Can you go that long and have them
Yes,
wait? I don't know.
you
So
So
got
I,
I
I
don't
plenty
know
of.
if they can wait, because do they want either one of them or both of them to be in Money in the Bank? Because
yeah,
that's
that's what
next
I mean.
PLE,
So
and that way
I
they
don't
yeah,
think
they free them up to do something there. I
yeah,
know,
you
I
can.
like
know,
you.
Aaron. Maybe not Ova, which you're. I mean, when
Yeah, but hey,
when I tell
we'll
you,
get
I
to that.
belly
We'll get to.
laughed.
Let me cook. Let me cook. But no, no. Listen, I agree with you guys. Like,
Yeah.
that's what has me intrigued. How they're going to do this, and there's so many different ways that they can set this up. But what got me over the line was two things. Ova is funny, and he's like, yeah, you're like, what he said. Do you think he's the future Paul? And like he said it in his voice. Like, I mean, Braun had to not laugh. You know what I mean? That was funny.
He was
And then
struggling. He was struggling.
he
Yeah,
was
he
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 was
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 struggling.
struggling. He
stroking out
wasn't
for
fighting for
sure.
his life, but he started to struggle a little bit. But the
Yes.
funniest part of that whole promo was at the end when Braun left the ring, was leaving the ring. He shook his hand, and then when Paul shook Ova's hand, Braun gave him the Larry Fishburne Ike Turner look. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, you remember that scene when it's like, what y'all think about this song? Like, he gave him the look. You know what I mean? That he gave him, like, what are you doing? So I'm like, ooh, there's another layer that we put into this. Are they fighting over Paul? These two? So it's
I
it's
hope
it's
not.
just look.
I hope not.
I
I
hope
really
not,
hope.
but it's like you putting that there. You got that little spice in there.
Yo,
You're like,
I
so.
told y'all
But
I told y'all this after the Brock Lesnar match at SummerSlam. Oba will,
yeah,
for at least a couple weeks, be a Paul Heyman guy. Like, even if
Yep.
it's a setup
yeah,
to get him to turn on him to help Braun, it's gonna
Yep.
happen. It's right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I don't want that, man. I mean, you could be
No,
right. I just
I don't really want it, but it's there. Now it's dangling like a carrot out there. You know what I mean? So it's you don't have to pay it off. You don't have to have him actually be a Heyman guy, but you know
But
what I mean? It would be
how do you
funny. It would be
Though,
your
because we
your
don't know for sure, but they're still dripping enough that makes the storyline interesting, and it
that's what I
allows
that's
Paul
what I mean.
Heyman to play both sides, right? And
That's
that's the beauty.
that's the beauty of it.
but your
Exactly. That's what I mean.
but
Like
you
he's like Oba doesn't want to be a Heyman guy, but Heyman wants him to be a Heyman guy. Like, you know, like I see
Mhm.
the future. I gotta attach myself to the future. And Bron's like,
Yes.
what the hell, dude? Like, you know what I mean? So that dynamic for me is what I'm seeing, but it works either way. Go ahead, Corey. I'm sorry.
it's just it's right there. It's obvious. It's like,
Yeah.
and you asked, how do you make them both look strong without one of them eating the pen and looking weak? That's the way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's the way. I feel like if you're gonna do it, you have to figure out somehow for Bron to win the first match. Because if Bron
Hmm.
don't win the
Bronson Reed
first,
comes back.
huh? Yeah,
Bronson
but
Reed comes back.
but who brings him back? Paul Heyman. Now we got the
Hmm.
vision back. You
Yep.
got it.
Right.
Braun has to win because if Oba wins, then it's like, all right, Oba ran through somebody else. Let's move on to the next.
Well, I
Right.
mean,
Right. You're
to
trying
your
to give
Exactly.
point,
Breaker the credibility.
to your
Yeah.
point, hold on, to your point. So last time I was here, we talked about Oba running through people, and again, I don't think that if Oba wins this 2-1, he would
That's
be
different.
running through.
But that's different because if Oba wins the first one, there's no reason to get two
There's
and
no
three.
need for a second. Yeah.
I
There's
mean,
no.
listen,
Yeah.
I
There's
mean,
no need for a
Exactly.
second.
he loses at the Sunday night main event.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then they get the run back or whatever, and he wins the
The
series.
only
But
the only thing that worries me about the Sunday night main event is those are typically those types of shows where they want all their baby faces to go over.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So it's like,
True.
how do you get your biggest baby face to lose on that show? Which is why it kind of doesn't make sense to do it there because historically, Saturday night's main event is your primetime NBC show where you get everybody gets to go home happy.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
It's your
That's
clean show.
historic. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's historically how it happened. So
But
I
but
want to
will
see how they get
everybody
around that.
necessarily be upset if Braun loses? Because he's a heel, but he doesn't get booed like a heel.
But you just we brought up the IWC a couple times.
Sure.
If Oba Femi loses a Saturday night's main event, you'll have a bunch of people complaining about it.
I
No
hope they
matter how
don't
it
because
happens.
that shows how dumb they are.
Well, we
Because
already
that's going to make money.
exactly.
It's gonna
But
make money later. They want that
yeah,
Yeah,
instantly.
exactly. You're stacking the chips now. Now
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
double
yeah.
or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have like I agree with you, Stace and team. Like you can't have Oba go over because then there's no more money to make because it's like all right, well he's the future now. That's it, and that question's already answered. Like not no, you
well,
have to keep the question out there.
what if you take what I said they should have done with the first Brock and Oba match? Just have them destroy each other, destroy everything. Nobody wins, and now you
Nobody
have to
wins.
have enough. Now you have, but to what
But
Stacey
didn't they
always
already
used to
do
say,
that last Saturday night main event, Corey, with
it don't
Cody?
matter.
And, no,
They
This
did that with
no,
Oba
not
and
the last one.
Cody.
Pause. My bad. They did it with Drew
Oba
and
and
Cody,
Cody.
Drew
right?
and Cody, yeah,
It was Oba, Cody, and Drew.
but nobody's thinking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that
yeah,
right
yeah.
now. But to
No,
stay
okay.
with what Stacey always used to say when they was putting the free hour on ESPN, are you really going to do all that on a nationally televised show? So they put they boxed like Sirius always says they pretty much box themselves into a corner. Like
Okay.
I don't know how you do it
Interesting.
at Sunday night's main event because you're not gonna in my opinion you're not gonna beat Oba like you should because it makes more sense right now and you're not gonna have this big brawl streak. Well, you could because you like you said you did. They did it with Drew and Cody. So
Yeah, they're doing Cody,
I'm
but
eager to see.
Yeah.
the thing is, if you bring again, we keep using Bronson Reed because he's close. If you bring Bronson Reed back
Sure.
and it's a no decision or
Yeah,
DQ or something like that, then that kind of saves Oba from taking a pin on the feel good PLE
yeah.
and
Hmm.
it progresses the
Hey,
story.
I
It
need you to
gives
do
them
me
a
a
reason
favor.
to run it back.
I need you to
Right.
do me a favor. I need y'all to get in the habit of doing this. Let's stop calling this crap a PLE. Let's call it a house show, all right? Stop calling.
Televised house show.
Yeah,
A
so
Televised
this
house
house
is the
show.
show.
PLE because it's on the weekend. So
Are
No,
we
no,
doing
no, no,
we
no.
doing a reaction show for this one? Probably not.
I I
Still
think
gotta
the
be
difference
Corey, you
is
have
though.
your opinion, but they sell it differently. So it's what
I
it
Yeah,
think
but
the
is.
difference
we
is though
smart
is
enough to
this
know.
time last year we were having a saturation of shows, right? We were having Saturday Night Main Events. We were having a PLE every 3 to 4 weeks,
Yeah,
and for
yeah,
this fall season, they've slowed that down significantly. So
right.
I think they're going to try to give this a little more relevance, the Saturday Night Main Event, Sunday Night Main Event. And I think, you kicked the show off real specifically, Villain, by saying everything feels different. So
Hmm.
since it already feels different, we can hope that even with the Saturday Night Main Event that's coming up, that really is going to lay the groundwork, because we have AAA directly after that, and then we have Money in the Bank.
Mhm.
That
Hmm.
we got to think that this match is going to hopefully lay the groundwork for what happens the rest of the fall and winter season with the two of them, because we
Right.
know that at this point we've got to get more out of this storyline than just Sunday Night Main Event. It's got to go on past this, whatever that looks like.
This has to get us at least through until January,
Yep,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
yep,
It's
yep.
got to go past Survivor Series. It's got to
Yeah.
It
run.
has
Let's,
to.
You know what I mean?
Well, let me put this in y'all's ear because I've seen it in a couple places. I sent it to y'all earlier. There's the rumblings are starting again about Roman and Rock.
Yeah,
So if we're gonna get
yeah,
Roman Rock, if there's a chance we're gonna get Roman, which is also I read in two different places why Roman wanted them to put him as a heel because that's what he wants to be when he faces The Rock
yes,
because
because
that's
The
what it
Rock
was
wants to be
supposed
a
to be.
face.
Yeah, and that's what it was supposed to be at 40.
Yep.
So if they have the opportunity to do that, Oba's getting pushed back. That's just what it's going to be.
They have to, because it's a waste. It's a waste at
So
that point if they try to rush into that before we get to Mania and it be
yep.
Rock.
Hey, look, man. We do this every year, serious. Dwayne is gonna put his imprint on Mania.
Yeah.
why?
He needs to because he
Well,
Because
needs
first
the
of
human
all,
money.
let let's look
Because
next movie.
let's look at it like this. You're gonna
God.
get a lot of. I honestly believe at this Mania, you're gonna get a lot, a couple of those matches that you thought you would never see, and you're gonna get
Yep.
a bunch of retread matches. Like
Yep.
I got a
Sure.
feeling we're gonna see Rhea and Charlotte again because
Yeah.
that's what Saudi is paying for.
That's what Riyadh's paying for. That's the big factor here. You're right, Corey. They've already been very clear that a lot of the things with this upcoming Mania is really based on what Riyadh is paying to see. And the other side of it is we have to consider, I mean, I think this John Cena tour has changed the face of how all of the wrestlers are looking at how they want their final segments to be, right? And we never got the Rock Roman payoff. And we keep talking about it. We're just a couple years out of Roman being done anyway, right? And we also know that the Rock's got hardly nothing left in his tank as well. So they've got to wrap this up. There's no better time to do it
Spot?
because it
Because
doesn't
Saudi
matter.
wants
We're
it.
not, because do you know
It
why?
doesn't
Because
matter.
we're
It,
twofold. We're not going to pay for it because it's not in the United States. So they don't have to worry about ticket sales because Riyadh will sell out WrestleMania 2 days quickly, period. So they
yep.
don't have to worry about
Yep.
selling ticket sales regardless of who's coming because of where it is. And the second piece of it is it's WrestleMania, so they know that all of us everywhere else are going to watch it regardless of who's on it because it's WrestleMania. So there's no better time to take a risk for some of these matches that people are like, do I really want to see it? Because whether we say we think it's believable or we want to see it or not, we all know we're going to watch. So the reality is there's no better place to take these types of risks and bets and let Riyadh pay for that, because I'm sure they're paying an exorbitant amount of money for that to happen. Because in the grand scheme of things, then we just don't look at WrestleMania next year as the beginning or the end of our season. It'll just be like SummerSlam, where all of a sudden right after WrestleMania things are different. If there's no better place to do it, they don't have to worry about selling ticket sales like they did here, and they don't sell out of SummerSlam or they don't sell it at WrestleMania because they're gonna sell it out. So financially, it's the best place to do that.
And serious, I
No,
tell you like this.
it's just gonna happen.
I tell you like this. If they go that route, I don't know where the night. I'm assuming the night after Monday Night Raw is going to be in Saudi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That if you get your big payoff with Rock Roman and Mania, that next night on Raw could be where you get your Oba title change. It don't gotta be Mania. Because you
No,
finally
Yeah, but
got
no,
you
I
find
wouldn't do. I wouldn't
see,
do it out of Raw.
here's
You got.
here's
It's got to make. It's got to
here's
draw
where
money.
I will push back because if we build again, this is all conjecture. If we
yeah.
build Oba to be the new face, the future, as what we're calling it right now, you want him to take that title off of Roman at a major PLA.
But
You
Of
don't want him
course.
building
what if
the
what
Monday Night Raw after Mania, regardless.
what if Saudi says, and like you said, this conjecture, we just
Yeah,
spitballing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What if Saudi says, hey, we want Oba versus Cody? We
It
want
doesn't matter.
Oba versus if it does matter because if Saudi says that's what they want,
If
if Saudi
Cody's the
says
That's right.
champion at that point, I can see it slightly, but we
I,
all understand where the end game is for Oba.
yeah.
Okay, it's not Cody,
But
it's not
that
Punk.
doesn't have to be next year. It could be the following year. It
No,
doesn't.
no. Now I've agreed with
The
you.
next
I've
year.
agreed with you. I've agreed with you all year that we can stretch Oba out to Mania. You can't stretch Oba out another year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, you can stretch Roman over out. Over
No,
can still go over
no.
at a Mania and get the. He can get the undisputed belt, like,
If
and then
to
he
me
can
to me
make something happen.
to me and I know y'all gonna think, well, you probably gonna think I'm crazy. Oba Roman to me is just like Rock Roman. If you don't get it at this year's Mania, I got a feeling you're not gonna get it.
See, now
You
you can
Then you're
get
not going to get it.
you can get Rock Roman. I mean, excuse me, you can get Roman Oba at one of the major four PLAs.
no,
That's
you
where
only
that
got
goes.
in my opinion, the major four PLEs have been reduced to the major two.
The
Pretty
only thing
much.
that
If
I will say
if it's not
this
a two night event, if it's not a two night
to,
event, go ahead, Stacey.
to Aaron's point though, if that's the case, because here's the other thing. We are probably getting Rock Roman at Mania. That doesn't mean Roman has to have the belt for it to be Rock Roman. So to Aaron's point, it could be Royal Rumble. It
Can I
could
push back
be,
before you get to your next point?
yeah,
Can I?
yeah,
They're if they give you Rock Roman, they're trying to give you exactly what they were going to give you at 40. They got
right,
hijacked. Roman's
yes,
gonna have to have the title because that was the plan.
Nah, he
Rome
doesn't
Rock
need the title
Rock
to face Rock.
we know he doesn't need the title, but The Rock is coming back to be in the WWE Championship match against Roman Reigns. That is their goal. That was their
I
dream.
don't. I
I'm
don't see
telling
that.
you, you don't see it,
I
but
don't
that
see it.
man's on the board. And if Saudi
Yeah,
if
but
Saudi wants Rock,
but then he's not gonna win the title because
because
he's
he's
not
not going
sticking
to wrestle
around
past
past
that.
that.
can y'all do me?
So like why
Can
would you
y'all
waste
not
the title match?
chill?
All
Stop
right,
being
good.
serious. Stop being serious right now. Chill.
No,
Don't start
I'm
the
being real.
don't
I'm being
don't start the it's
Corey.
not
You
believable.
got, but
It's
you got
not.
to follow the breadcrumbs. Rock, if Rock's not gonna wrestle past WrestleMania, so why would you waste a title match on him knowing that he's gonna lose?
The same reason you wasted it on Jacob knowing he was gonna
Hey,
lose.
I just had a thought. I
But
have a thought. Let me since we're spinning. What if, because it's in Saudi, what if we do get Rock Roman? Rock takes the strap, and Oba beats Rock on Raw. So then it's Roman coming for the strap from Oba on the opposite.
The chase doesn't work if you a heel. The chase only works when you a face.
Right.
So Roman can't
nah,
be chasing Oba. It's got but to
I
I need
like
to
it
get
though. I like it, Glenn.
it's cool. It's cool, and that would be believable if Rock was chasing Cena's record or something like that. Just a random title change. But to say that it's not believable because Roman's not going to lose the title to The Rock. Roman's not going to lose a match to The Rock. So it doesn't matter if it's for the title or not. We all know Roman's winning.
The only
They're
thing
not
I'll
going to say,
challenge, Corey, is I'm going to say your words back to you. He's on the board.
yeah.
He's already shown year over year if he wants it, it's going to happen. And that's how this all worked, right? So the reality is, and also we've got to remember, we've already said this in the last 10 minutes, this WrestleMania won't count. That they're going to build the storylines as best as they can, but this is not a true WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania by title, but it is not going to be WrestleMania by anything other than title, because if Riyadh wants it, to your point, it's going to be these matches that may not make total sense, or don't go with the storyline, or don't go with the next upcoming storyline. So if all things being relative and that's what we see happen, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna push back on that real quick, because you're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, but we can say that in August. By the time we get close, they will make it feel like Mania. We will not be on here the week before saying this Mania don't count. We're gonna be excited. We're gonna be hyped, because they're gonna make it feel like Mania. So
Which
whether
Mania?
it's
Not 2026 Mania, but if you think about 2025 Mania, had no relevance. We hated it. We gave it a D-. And that was a true WrestleMania. That was a for real WrestleMania. They sold out that WrestleMania, and it had no relevance, not only that immediate as the pillar PLE. If you look at then the rest of the year, it had almost no bearing on what happened after that. So they've already done that. They know it's going to sell.
But going in, we weren't saying that. We were excited going in. That's what I'm saying. Going
On
in,
some of it.
yeah.
We went into it going,
You had
we're
Cena,
really getting these matches?
but you had Cena, Cody, and Sirius was giddy. Sirius was the happiest I've ever seen him
Okay,
going
but
into that
that's not
Mania
our
for that match.
standard.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, even if it's only two of us out of the four going into Mania and
50,
Saudi,
50.
at least 50% of this podcast is going to be excited. Because you're either going to have Roman Rock or you're going to have Roman Oba.
Right.
So just that alone tells me that
the outcome of those two matches have two different bearings on wrestling as a whole. That's what I'm saying. Is one of them is storylines that we need to see going in. The other one is going to be a thrown in match because that's what they want. That they're going to build a little. To Villain's point, we're not going to see The Rock for 6 weeks after that. We'll probably see him the next night pending the outcome, but that's it. He'll go away again for a while. If he just comes in a promo again, we probably won't. We're probably going to see this kind of be a retirement match for him, or an I'm not getting back in the ring match. And that's why I could see something happening where he wins on Sunday and loses on Monday.
I don't see him winning, and I say that because I said he was on the board, but he's not going to come back and screw his family. He will come back and take Cody's spot. He'd come back and take Punk's spot. He's not going to do it to Roman. And I say that because we literally saw it happening at 40. He wasn't going to win that match.
And maybe he drops it to Jacob on Monday.
Nah,
he's not going for the belt. It doesn't make sense. But him having the belt does not make business sense for anybody, including
you know what
The
else?
Rock.
You know what
It
else
doesn't.
That's
didn't
when
make
it's a
sense?
no risk.
It really doesn't.
But you know what else? But you know what else didn't make sense? Jacob. You know what else doesn't make sense? LA Knight. They're gonna make it make sense.
Hi.
Yeah, everything that you're saying doesn't make sense is just what Sirius did with these other matches.
No, and
No,
you're talking about the storyline. I'm talking about it. You don't need the belt to sell that match. What the belt doesn't mean
you're
anything.
not. But you're not hearing me. I'm
If
not.
he's not chasing Cena. He's not coming back. Oh, I'm the real champion. No, for
Villain.
what? Nobody
But
cares.
you're.
You haven't
But
been
you're.
here in over 2 years. It
But you're
doesn't.
not here.
It
You're
having the
not
belt
listening.
doesn't make sense. Having the belt entangled in the Rock Roman match is not going to make it sell even more. It's going
But
to
you're not.
sell out anyway. So it doesn't
But you're not.
matter if you have the
You're
belt.
not.
Give the
You're
belt
not
to somebody
listening to
else.
me.
Give it to Braun and let him walk into Mania with the belt. It doesn't matter if Roman or
Mm-hmm.
Rock is walking in or out with that belt. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter. It
Villain.
doesn't sell
Villain.
anything.
Villain. Have you or have you not? Just like me, said the only person that Oba can take that title off is Roman. Have we not religiously said that? The
Because
only
I
in order
person.
for Braun to get it, he's got to beat Roman, and that's not going to
Thank
happen
you.
tomorrow
That's
with
not
him.
happening. Now
That will not happen.
you keep saying the
Breakker
title
does
well,
doesn't
not
need to
beat
be there.
Roman.
Hold on.
you can figure out a way to get it off him. If you're gonna do Rock and Roman, I don't need the belt in that match. That's my opinion.
You don't.
I,
That's the part. That's the part
that's
you
what I said.
keep on.
I don't need it. It doesn't. My opinion. You guys have a
But you're
different
not. But
opinion.
you're not.
That's
No,
fine.
no, you're not wrong. No, I agree with you. They don't need the title. My argument is Rock and Roman want the title there. That's my
How do you
argument.
know? How do you know that?
Because they wanted it at 40.
That was 3 years ago. It's a different time. Roman was the champ for 3 years. That was different. That was a
Do
different Roman
you
Reigns.
the Dwayne Johnson we know was going to come back for a title match? That's what he wanted to come back for. You think just because it's 3 years later he's changed his mind and don't want to come back for a title match?
I mean, y'all saw what he
Wait,
said
why
on
did he?
Pac Man.
Wait, hold
He
on,
essentially gets his.
hang on.
I mean, he said on Pat
Why did he
McAfee
want to
he's going
come
to get
back?
his way.
He wanted
Why
to
did he
come
want to
back.
come back?
He wanted to come back to face his
In
cousin in the main
storyline,
event. Oh, to get the title off his cousin to prove he was the head of the table, but the title was part of it.
No,
No, that wasn't the
no,
storyline.
that
That
wasn't
wasn't the
it.
Okay,
storyline.
well, educate me.
It was just the headline of Mania. To me, that's what I thought the story. I can't believe we're doing. I can't believe we're going down this right. I haven't talked about Chelsea Green yet. We're going down this. I don't want to do this.
Well, don't do
Can
it.
we do
We'll
this?
get to. We
We're
got time. Skip
Can we
it.
do this another
Another
Skip
day?
it.
month. We good.
Skip it. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
good.
good.
Skip it.
Keep
I
going.
can't because if I keep going, it'll be it'll be 10:30, 11 o'clock, and we'll still be talking about why The Rock is going to be at WrestleMania. Chelsea Green cut the
Guitar girl. There you
promo of
go.
her
There you
life.
go.
She cut the promo of her life to open a Raw. SmackDown. I
SmackDown.
apologize. SmackDown. Not only did she open SmackDown, Nick Aldis came in, put the 30-day clause in whatever, blah 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 blah. But she delivered a promo that
delivered it.
the best promo that she ever did,
He delivered
and
it.
I'm invested, just like you are, Stacy. I'm invested in her storyline. Stacey, I'm gonna
I
save
thought
you
it
for
was
last because I know you
a
love her. You love the queen. I'm
Yeah,
surprised you don't have her
that's
hat
good.
on right now, Mama.
I
But
know.
Corey, because you don't watch SmackDown very often, you did catch Smack. No, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that to throw shade. I'm saying because you don't watch
No.
it very often. You were in front of the TV. SmackDown comes on. You hear now together forever, and then they're doing the and then you see Nick Aldis in the ring. Chelsea Green comes out. What's going on in your mind?
Exactly what happened. They're gonna make her forfeit, and then they're gonna swerve us and give it right back to her because there was no reason to make her forfeit the title. Because
Right.
like everybody on social media, everybody in the crowd, I love Rhea
Mm-hmm.
Ripley, but Rhea been out for a minute and she ain't had to drop the title.
Yep.
Right.
So
100%.
Right.
everything they
You
did with
saw
you,
the work.
and
You saw the work.
you saw it. You got the emotional reaction from the crowd. You got the emotional reaction from us at home because we was all going off, even though
we was in the chat going off.
but we was in the chat going off, but we all was like, it's not really gonna happen. We all knew, but
Right.
but it still pissed us off that they were even going there. So
And that was the point. That was the beauty of it. That was the beauty of it.
they got the emotional reaction. They got us invested. We were already invested in Chelsea, but they got her even more over, which I didn't think was possible. And then you get Gunther out there, and I'm like, after he gives her title back and hugs her, and the crowd's going crazy, you get Gunther out there, and I'm like, what the hell is this dude doing out here? Gunther's
What's
the
he
best.
gonna do?
He's the best heel in the business, whether you like him in the ring or not. His heel work is the best in the business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything about that segment was great except for how it ended. And I'll when we get into all that, I'll go more into it. But they should have had Matt beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steal a pen. I would have
Give
liked
me
to
the
see Matt
and
steal a pen instead of the clean loss.
I reference the same match from my childhood every time I talk about somebody stealing the win. 1, 2, 3
One, two,
KO's
three,
with
three.
Razor.
Yeah.
Should have found a way
Yeah.
to
Yep.
do it.
Yep. That'd have
That
And
made
would
I
it
have
don't
better.
think
made
it would have been like that level of upset, but I want him. I want him to steal a win with Chelsea's help, and then
There were
that would have been
moments in
awesome,
that
right?
match where I thought that he could.
So yeah,
Which is
So
beautiful, right?
And it
That's
doesn't advance
what
either.
he
It
wants.
doesn't do anything for either guy for Gunther to win clean, right, Stace? Like it didn't do
Yeah,
anything for either guy.
yeah.
it
But
just makes Matt look like he can't do nothing without his wife. That's all it
yeah,
does.
but I like them being on screen together. Like
Oh
we
yeah,
all know they're married. Acknowledge it. You know what I mean? So, but
acknowledge it,
you brought up
but
a great
move on.
point. Yeah. No, I want them together. I want them to stay together. But I love what you brought up because I didn't get a chance to bring it up in my video. The crowd. The crowd was invested in everything that Nick and Chelsea were doing in the ring and was like, no, no. And that pulled me in because I was already in. And I got to say, her second week as champion was better than her first week. Like it when she came out with the celebration, I was happy. We were all happy, but the lemon turned into lemonade because of the eye injury. They worked it, and everybody got invested. The crowd, they got everybody into it, and it worked. Serious. What do you think about that segment with Chelsea?
I was so on an emotional roller coaster. And I mean, I didn't think they would pull it off her, but the way they did it, the way she came out, she didn't do her whole introduction thing. She hard stepped to the ring, and I have never. And again, I've been watching Chelsea for a while. I have never seen her more serious and not just taking pins and jumping in trash cans. Like she had to deliver, and this
Hmm.
chick delivered. I gave her a
Yeah.
standing ovation. I gave this woman a standing ovation because I was like, oh my god, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
It was
yes.
just great. And then the thing is that I love so much about it when Gunther came out and Matt came out, she went right back to her comedic self. Like she stepped right
Hmm.
back to herself. But when the lights were on and she had to deliver the promo and talk about what she's been through and taking paws in the face and being laughed at and all the things that she ran on, I was like, yes, preach,
That's
yes.
why we love you.
Pass an offering plate, take up an offering. Just chick
Hmm.
delivered.
Hmm.
You feel me? And so
Right,
Yes.
right, right.
I was proud of it.
Yeah, because like she pulled out. To your point, she was Chelsea Green, the wrestler, for a second, but then she got like she pulled the curtain a little back. It was like it was a work. It was like nah, man, like you really gonna do this to me? Like it was the real Chelsea Green, like not the on screen character, the one that was talking. You know, what are we doing? Why are you doing it? Like it just. And then she went right back into character, like after a while, right? So like that's what I appreciated about it. It just I like it. My daughter was here. She was upset. She was like, "Are they? What are they gonna? They really taking it from like?"
Yeah.
What I mean, like
Malik was
in
like
my
next
mind,
week,
I
like,
knew it
yo,
was gonna
like they're
happen,
not gonna do
but
that, are they? Malik was like, they're not gonna do that. I
yeah,
was like, Dad, Malik, I don't know, man. She's hurt. They're not gonna do that. And
yeah,
so my son, my 6-year-old, was like, oh, she did. She did it. She did it. She's the champ.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, son, she's the champ. Let me
But
say
it was
something.
like first when she handed the belt off, it was like, oh no, like like I guess they're really gonna do it. And what I appreciated, Stacey, I'm gonna come to you, is like she didn't use Rhea or Liv as a reason why not to take the belt off her. She
Mhm.
made you feel like, look at all the crap that I've come through. Like I'm like Andy Dufresne out this piece. I've crawled through miles and miles of crap and
Yeah.
came out clean on the other side.
The
You know
fact
what
that
I'm saying? And you gonna do this to me?
she put out Nick Aldis and what he went
Yes,
through and having his wife
yes.
Nikki, oh, yo,
That's why it was so much better.
brother,
Like it was like she could have said Rhea didn't have to defend her title, Liv didn't defend her title, but you're doing this to me, and we could have been like, oh, you know what?
right?
No. She made you feel her struggle. That's what I appreciated about that promo, right, Stace?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think so. So there's a couple reasons why they didn't pull the relive, and it made so much sense not to, because
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to, because I was on socials at the same time as watching it. And when I tell you, as a collective trillion of us were like, there's no way they, Rhea and Liv and Tiffany when she was hurt
Hmm.
before. And let's go through the list of the last 10 women's belts. How dare they do it now when they haven't before? So a few
Yeah.
things that we haven't said yet that I agree with everything said so far. The other thing that
Hmm.
happened is she did bring in Nick Aldis, but what I loved about the Nick Aldis piece is the fans turned on him, right? He was beloved at SummerSlam.
Hmm.
And in an
Hmm.
instant, the crowd was like, oh, I hate you now. I loved you a month ago, but I hate you now. And
Yep. Yep.
so they put him over as even more beloved when he said, as a manager, I have to do this, but as a man, no. And so
Right.
I mean, the collective, you see the crowd go, and instantly the whole crowd was like, okay, I don't hate him anymore. I've hated him for the last
Hmm.
6 minutes, but now I don't hate him anymore. I love him even more. So they did that. And
Right.
then I loved then the tie-in with Gunther, right? And then you got Matt came in. But it was beautiful to see Chelsea, because this was something we hadn't seen from her yet. We have never seen a serious side of Chelsea.
Right.
How many times before has she
Vulnerable.
been hurt? And she's going to take her 15 seconds, right? She's proven that. She had an ankle broken in a wheelchair, and we still saw her every single Friday night the entire injury time,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Still giving her best, still being the funniest, the campiest, the like that was her thing. So to give her a chance to be real and vulnerable, it was, for me as a female, like that's how it was for me. That how many of us as women always feel like we've got to put on a great face no matter what.
Mhm.
And she was like,
Hmm.
no, I'm not going to be funny anymore in this moment. I want to talk about all the things that I've done to deserve being here, and so I deserve my flowers, right?
Right. Right.
I deserve the opportunity to keep this even though I have an injury, because look at all the other things I've done leading up to this that affords me to feel like I am a real champion, just like our Rias that
Right.
are hurt, just like our Lives, etc. And she didn't have to say that, but that's what it felt like. And that was beautiful. Like, it validated her as a real true player, which we've all felt like that. But that gave her that final level of credibility to who she is, that made anybody that was skeptical up until that point, even the most skeptical people were like, because I don't know, since Friday night, I don't know how many videos I've heard people say, well, maybe I've been a little too hard on her. Maybe she really is the champion. And then the last thing Nick Aldis said is, when he didn't say the interim champ, he called her the champion. So then
Right.
we
Right. Right. Right.
stripped away the interim. She's just got the word champion, women's champion now. So that was like also the way for them to take off the word interim. You've earned your stripes. Here you go. And so
Right.
the whole thing was so well done that Gunther's still the most hated. Matt came in as the hero for his wife. Everybody still loves Nick Aldis, and Chelsea Green is in where she is because she deserves it and she earned it. And that's all they needed to do. And it was perfect. It's perfect.
And look at the blessing that we got, because like you guys know, like I adore Rhea Ripley. Like, she can do no wrong. She could keep the belt all year. I wouldn't care. But the fact that that injury happened with Fatal Influence, and then we got to this point, that wasn't a part of the plan. You know what I
Right.
mean? They just rolled with the punchers every week, and look at what we got out of it. Like, I can't. I love it. If she didn't get hurt, I don't think Chelsea ever gets a sniff at the belt. But now she's here, and now I can't not see her as the champ, and I got to see more of it. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. It looks like first up will be Nia Jax. We'll get a little mini program out of that, and then we'll see. Hopefully, they to Corey's point, they lean into to Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green. We'll see how that plays out. But I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, anything else from SmackDown that you guys saw that you liked? I mean, the Kevin Owens
Punk thing
CM
that
Punk
was decent.
promo. I mean, Punk,
I,
dropped the bar. I mean, but God,
he did, but I think it was that whole promo was a little on the it was okay side. I think it was just okay.
they dug up a lot of stuff that if you didn't, it was deep cuts. If you didn't
Yeah,
know what they were talking about,
yeah.
you couldn't follow along.
Explain it. They had to explain it.
Yeah.
They had to give us a
Yeah.
little more. But it's hard, y'all. Y'all know the week prior when you give the end all be all, how do you come back for that? You can't get an A++,
Yeah.
A++ 100E exceeds expectations and
hmm
go up from there. They couldn't go up
But
from there because that was it.
and
Yeah.
that's
That
why
was the
that's
pinnacle.
that's why I think, and people complain about it, but that's why I think the Roman playbook is the best, because you don't see him with whoever he's feuding with. You don't see him face to face with him every week.
Yeah.
hmm
With Punk and KO. Hell, KO been out for over a year. He's not missing. He's not missing a
18
show.
months.
He ain't missing
Yeah,
work.
hmm
yeah,
18
he's not
months.
missing work. And then you got Punk,
Right.
and then you got Punk there at some point, because they're gonna be there every week. Some point they got to put hands on each other.
Yeah.
It can't be. It can't be. We just gonna talk
Well, I mean,
trash every week.
they're fighting Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just
That.
Friday?
That.
See, I
It's
keep thinking
Friday.
It's
Yeah.
you
Friday.
right. You're right. I keep thinking they saving it for PLE, and they not.
No,
No.
it's gonna be on
So we're getting
Friday.
all
So
this
which is
great
crazy to
build
me.
for Friday.
Yeah, it's
No,
Yeah.
Friday.
that just means
Yeah. But
It's the
you gonna
beginning.
watch it.
that just
It's the
means that's the
beginning.
beginning.
It's the
Yeah,
beginning.
Yeah,
yeah.
they'll string this out a little bit because I think what you're going to get is what ended the show. You're going to get Randy and Cody for a while, and I think that you can eat off of that. That's how you keep. I think you said it, Corey, or it might have been you, Sergio, but that's how you keep Cody out of the main event spotlight. Is you have him and Randy just going at it,
Mhm.
um, and
Now
it's another way for Sammy to get screwed. I loved
yeah,
it. I
give
loved it.
me hot potato with this title for a couple months, man. Like I
Yeah, you
said
mentioned
last
that
week.
last week, and I mean, the
Yeah,
thing is, like, in order for us to play hot potato with it, um, Randy and Cody got to stop fighting with each other and start fighting the
Yep.
champion.
that's that.
Yep.
But see,
Well,
that's. But see, we used to, and I'm gonna always, because I'm 40, I'm gonna always bring up the Attitude Era. You had feuds in the Attitude Era. That don't mean on a random Monday night somebody in one of those feuds didn't hop in a main event match and take a title.
yeah, can't get
Right.
a title match.
Yeah, like you don't have to. It don't have to be, hey, me and you in a feud. I gotta beat your head in every week. It's
Right.
gotta be me versus you every week. It ain't gotta be that. We can
I
have
mean, I
beef.
would love to
Yeah,
have play a hot potato with this, you know what I'm saying? But again,
If there's a title you're gonna do it with, it's first of all, like
it's gonna be that one.
yeah,
you're getting KO Punk on a Friday because they trying to get more eyes on SmackDown.
yeah.
Yep.
Now
hmm
imagine that
Yep.
title changing hands a couple times over the next couple months, to where you
I mean,
really
it's gonna have
legitimately
to.
don't know. Yeah, you legitimately don't know what's gonna happen. That would be
hmm
the best thing for SmackDown.
So let me ask you this question, and again, Villain, you can take over. Does Punk
Mm,
lose Friday?
I think he should. I think he
I think
should.
he
I don't
should.
think he will. I don't think he will, but I think he should.
I agree. I agree. I think he should lose, but I don't think he will. But you never know. KO coming back, that could
I
be the
mean, it's in
story they want to
Canada.
run with.
It's in
It's
18
in
Canada.
months.
hmm
Canada.
Yeah, it could be
And
the feel good
and
that they want.
18 months that he was poised to get the belt when he went out with his injury.
Yeah, he
Right?
could.
But you know,
Right.
No. He was in a feud with Randy when he went out.
yeah.
Oh, well, he
He
was the
wasn't Cody.
last match he had
He
was
was.
with
He was
Cody,
just.
where he
The last
went
match
through
he
Yeah.
that.
had was
He,
with Cody. Yeah,
Yeah, he
he had
was
just
because he
finished
went
that
through the
feud.
ladder and Sammy was standing there, and then we didn't see him after that.
Yeah, I
That
know
was
what
his
could
Right.
last match.
you know what you could do, because we're talking about the big four, but Villain mentioned him real quick, and that's Sammy.
That's the fifth.
Have Sammy cost Punk that match, and have
Yep.
That's
KO be
right.
pissed off. Have KO be pissed off at Sammy, like, yo, I didn't need your help, and now boom, you got a match
Right.
with them. Then you got a
Right.
match with them two. You got a rematch with Punk. You can
Yep.
somehow get Randy and Cody, the winner of that, in the mix. No, you got plenty of ways to go with this.
I mean, I'm not mad at that. I mean, for a long time, we talked about how Cody didn't have very many dance partners. Now he
He
got
got him
several.
now.
He
He
got him
got him
now.
now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
So
we still need the
Yeah.
KO Cody payoff.
we do.
At some point, we've got to figure out because they Kevin Owens, Randy in his promos at WrestleMania was talking about Kevin Owens was right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at some point that's going to have to align or crash somewhere. So
Right.
there's enough intertwined in this that we could cook on this whole thing, to your point, well past WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also can dabble in the fact that at some point Drew comes back. And if Drew comes back to SmackDown,
Gunther.
There's another one you missing.
Who?
And
Trick.
I don't know if they're going to do that. I don't know if they're going to do that yet.
I don't think they're going to give it to him. Because we're so happy with this 5, and then if Drew comes back, makes it 6.
But that's your money in the bank. That's your money in the bank.
That's
you
what I
get
got.
a couple of those guys in the money.
Yes. I said that before. That's like I wanted money in the bank.
Yeah, because I think whoever wins this money in the bank, and we can get into it in the next week or two, whoever wins this money in the bank's not cashing in right away. Like, they're cashing in next year, in my opinion, like post WrestleMania. Like, because I think there's 5 guys, to your point, Corey, that are in this title picture right now. I don't know. If one of them wins it,
he goes over to Raw and cashes in there.
No. Or one of these big 5 win that money in the bank and cash it in that night.
Or Drew comes back. That's what I'm thinking. Or Drew comes back and wins it.
If it's one of the big
guys, SmackDown. I definitely think it's somebody on SmackDown that's going to win the money in the bank on the men's side.
Has to be, because they've got to protect. Because they're finally doing Raw so right that
you don't need
money
to
in the bank dabbling onto Raw kind of really messes with everything. Well, and to Aaron's point in the chats, you're not going to see a Bronson Reed or an Oba Femi in a ladder match.
Oba big ass going to win the ladder match.
Right? So we know those big players, or even a Braun Breaker. I mean, you're not going to see them, especially for a Bronson or a Braun who have recently been injured, or Oba who is literally the golden child. They're not going to run the risk of there being an injury in a ladder match. Right?
Yeah.
So if you get all these old head guys, you add in a Drew or whatever, you can have yourself a really good match that protects, to your point, Villain, the need for Money in the Bank to really hang out on SmackDown. Because that adds so many layers for you, Corey, to see who goes where, and then that's how you get the jump around on the time.
Check this out, though. Last year when Naomi did it, she was on SmackDown.
And she went to Raw.
She went to SmackDown. And then she cashed in and moved her behind over to Raw. So it can be done.
It can be, but I think y'all are missing the boat on this one. The winner ain't gonna be from SmackDown. Solo gonna win that Money in the Bank ladder match.
Oh my God, I would love that so much.
Oh my, I tell you what,
so many. You know what? I don't want to get into this. I want to save this. I want to save this because
that's my early prediction.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ways. The Money in the Bank is a twofold thing. It can make somebody or it can save somebody. Mm-hmm. There's a couple people that it can save. It can save Dom. It can save Bron Breaker.
Yes.
It can save Sammy, for instance. It can make Solo. It can make LA Knight. Which one are they going to pick? I don't. Oh my God! Y'all got me ready to get on.
Before you get off of that, it can't make LA Knight because they have avoided him being in it because they're giving him Roman. They don't even want him in that match.
Yeah, he's already
it can make him, if he wins it, and he could possibly be a champion.
Yeah,
it can make. But I mean, we could go through the wrestling. Will it make or save them? Like, we could go through each one, but it'll make Dom. It'll save Dom because Dom's character is dying. It can save his character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Having that Money in the Bank. So there's a lot of ways we can go through. We'll get to.
It could be Jacob.
There's so many.
I feel like the winner of that match is gonna be some way involved in that Bloodline story. That's just how.
See, so you think about it. Look at Monday. Let's go to Raw. If you think about it, look how Monday Night Raw went down when he was like, stand down, and Jacob's like, okay.
Yeah, you told me to stand down.
You told me to stand down. So I'm gonna stand down, right?
Yep.
So you can already see. You can already see it. It would make sense for Jacob to get
the money in the
bank and be like, okay, because he's not going back to SmackDown. He is thriving on Raw.
Yeah, he belongs there now. But it's like, Jacob reminded me of my kids, my daughter. Like if I tell him shut the hell up, and then don't you better ask me when I'm talking, but you told me to shut up. You
Don't
know
be
what I mean?
quiet.
Like, you know what I'm
Don't be
saying?
quiet.
That ain't a child
Or
thing.
be
I do
like, I'm
that
gonna
too.
teach you a lesson. It was, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. You tell me to stand down, then you're gonna handle your own business because I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
And it really
Hmm.
was. This proves to me because he felt disrespected
Yeah.
when the Usos got their Ulafalas. And Jay
Yeah,
was like,
which is
I'm the number
crazy.
two. I'm the right hand
I
man.
didn't understand that.
Oh,
I didn't understand that.
it
Because
was
he got the Ula follow before when he
yep,
after
yep,
he finally came in and he acknowledged the tribal chief like Roman treats Jimmy and Jay almost like equals a little bit now, like not
yes,
like you guys serve me. He kind of treats them like equals, and like out of everybody in this new bloodline, Jacob is the only one that has to like be subservient. Like his condition
yes,
to be in the
yes.
bloodline was you have to serve. You have to serve me. So it's like, dude, I'm doing everything you tell me to do. I'm tapping in, I'm following orders, and these dudes do one thing and they get to
Mm-hmm.
and Jacob's got to feel some type of way because Roman told you to go get Solo and you didn't do it. And
Right.
Yep.
Went and did it. You know what I'm saying? Jay ran his own play and did it. And isn't get he ran his own play, didn't go tap in with the tribal chief, ran a play, and nothing happens. So like that's the how do you hate
Jay,
the
every chance
storyline?
he gets, belittles Jacob, disrespects
Yeah.
Jacob, tries to put Jacob
It was,
into a role that he is not meant to be in. So it adds that
yeah, it's
layer
just like
of,
you punk ass
in
Jay.
theory, it looks like it's good, but it's not at all. And then you
Yeah.
saw when they were disrespecting Solo. If you look, Jacob had the same reaction when Jay and Jimmy were disrespecting Solo as he does when they're disrespecting him. So you already
Mm-hmm.
seen the layers there. So if Jacob were to get the money in the bank and
Mm, mm,
do
mm,
what he needs to
mm.
do, that's a whole different layer, right? Because we know that Jay is never
Yep.
beating Sola or never beating Roman. We know Jimmy's never beating Roman. But for all of us now, after what we've seen since May, Corey and I believed it. Now we're like, oh, could Jacob beat Roman?
Mm-hmm.
Could this be the thing? Could he be the next tribal chief? Could Solo be the next tribal chief? We have two options now that we necessarily didn't have before because y'all we talked about this time last year, right? Could Jay be the next one that they're poisoning that when Roman retires, could he be it? And we've proven that that's not the case, right? Rikishi doesn't get a say.
No.
For a while it looked like they were going to dabble Jimmy a little bit. Jimmy also couldn't do it. Our two
No.
biggest players right now in the Bloodline story are Solo and Jacob. This time last year, we'd have been like, absolutely not Solo.
Can I
Jacob, yes, we were like, he needs to be able to do better promo work. Y'all, all he has to do is give a look,
can
and
I
we're
ask y'all
Mm-hmm.
fully invested.
can I ask y'all a question? And I'm gonna ask it. Villain, don't lose your mind. We can get off of it quick. Do they work for the final boss?
There we
Yeah,
go.
probably. That you could. That's how you could bring him in at some level. But everybody forgets.
Somebody give Aaron some
The,
smelling salts. We lost him.
no, I know, but seriously,
Listen, this
everybody
stuff.
forgets. Roman handpicked Solo to be the next
Yes,
tribal chief. He said
yes,
that 3, 4 years ago
yes,
before
Yep.
he lost
yes,
to Cody. It wasn't Jay. It wasn't Jimmy. It was Solo
yep,
because
yep.
Jay and Jimmy, they weren't in the bloodline. Da, da, da. He said, "You're the next guy," and it was kind of not forced on us, but he assumed that role when Roman left after losing to Cody, and then you
Mm-hmm.
got like 2 years of him kind of floundering with the MFTs and all that kind of stuff. But now, because of the last few weeks and the work that he did on Raw, now you see it. It can
Yes,
happen, and it's
So
believable,
here
Can
right,
is
yes.
my
you
Tiz? It's
only
hold on, serious? Hold on, serious.
believable.
Hold on, serious. Before you go, one more question because I threw it in the chat and nobody said nothing. Could you at some point get that old school NWO storyline where you got the bloodline versus everybody?
Mm,
Because it's a million Samoans.
right? And they
Sure. I
keep
mean, you
adding
got
every week.
Zilla's in
We get more.
NXT, right? Zilla Fatu,
Yep.
Fatu. Yeah,
All right,
Because
hold on a
there's
no,
second.
go
Hold on.
ahead,
no,
sir.
Check this
Go
out.
ahead,
no.
sir.
So
There's
here's my only retort
too
to
many
that.
everybody else.
Here's my only retort to that. In order for the final boss character to return, he had to return as a heel. I don't think the final boss character, to our earlier point, is coming back as a heel. He's coming back as The Rock, as a face. So the whole
Unless
scenario,
Solo brings him back.
Yeah,
Unless
Solo,
Solo brings him back.
that
Solo
makes him
brings
a
him back.
face.
Solo's a face.
I
That's what
know.
makes
If
the Rock a
Solo
face.
brings The Rock back,
Yeah,
The Rock
exactly.
becomes a face because Solo is an ultra face right now. And if
Mm-hmm.
they keep busting him out and they're triple teaming him and they're hinching him every chance they get, and he's like, I need someone more powerful than Roman. And we know he's not, but it lends the storyline, right? I need
All,
backup.
all you got to do is show Solo on the phone, and now you're
Yep.
gonna spend. All you're gonna do is spend
Yep.
weeks trying to figure out who the hell was Solo talking to.
Yep. And you
Matt,
got
Matt,
the
That's right.
you
to the
solidified
right
it.
side. Let me stop.
Right? I mean, literally, Solo could bring anybody on his side, and they are a face right now. He
Of
could bring
course.
Gunther, but we'd be like, okay.
I
Do it,
like him. I
Gunther.
like him.
You know what I mean? That's where we are with this. So there's no better way than do face work for Rock than putting him on the Solo bandwagon.
Yeah. But I don't know. Is Solo
That's
working
tough.
for the Rock or Rock working for Solo? But
Bingo.
I don't know. But we'll see. It's gonna be
For
fun.
him, but it's,
Um,
hey, cousin, I need a favor. It's
yeah,
not work. I
exactly.
don't think we get
Exactly.
and I think this is what we're saying, that we've got to step away from. When Rock comes
Mhm.
back, he's not final boss.
Yeah, he's not.
When Rock
I
comes
know.
back, he's the Rock part of the family dynasty that's
We
coming back.
said we got 7 months to talk about this. I don't. We got
Here we back
7 months
again. Here
to
we
But
back
talk
but
again.
about
but
this.
villain, you cannot talk about hidden. We're every week from here on out. We're going to be talking about how we get into Mania. You
Yep.
can't talk about how we
Exactly.
get into Mania without
Exactly.
mentioning Dwayne.
Let's get through Saturday night, Sunday night,
Monday night.
Sunday weekend main. I call it weekend main event. Like, can we go weekend
Who
main?
who's the future? Who's the future, Paul?
Who's the
That was
future,
Triple
Paul?
G's. Triple G.
Dude. I was
James.
fighting. I was fighting.
Oh, the
Not as
mind.
hard
Who's
as
the future, Paul?
not as hard as Bron was. He looked like Jay.
Because, but Corey, he said you ask so many stupid questions, and then it's like, but in his accent, and then he's like, "Who's the future, Paul?" I was like,
He
I'm like,
sounded
and then
just
Avery's
like
like, "Why
him.
are you laughing?" Avery's like, "Why are you laughing, Dad?" I'm like, "You hear what he just said? Like he's gonna
I'm
get it."
sitting
I'm
here on
like,
the
"This is
podcast with my
hilarious."
dad fighting, man, and trying to stay that was so hard. Oh my god.
He
Oh my
he
god.
sa- he
Yeah,
sounded
shout out to
just
Pop. Still in Still City Lineage was on Monday. If you haven't caught that episode, go on our socials and catch that episode. But yeah,
he
guys,
ca-
K
he
Sub.
ca- he carries the show. Sirius just there.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad just
Yeah,
can't.
he was dead. He was dead. He was dead. I mean, I'm invested. It was great. It was, and I love Paul said what I've been saying, what we've been saying on this show for weeks. You don't touch hands on Raw. That's not gonna make money. You make
Right.
money at a PLE. That's where you do the money. So guess what? When Paul said it's at a Saturday, Sunday weekend main event, that's money. That's a PLE.
Stacy,
Corey.
Stacy, Stacy. You don't touch on Raw because they don't make money. Then you put it on a freaking house show. Come on, make it make
Yeah.
sense.
But
I mean,
if
I was
Paul
gonna say,
said
does
it makes
Heyman need to
money
go
on
to
a house show,
SmackDown
then
and
it's
fix
not a
that?
house show.
Does Heyman need to go preach that on SmackDown? Because we've got to get a big match
KO.
on Friday night.
The
Yeah,
difference is
well,
Raw. The difference
it's in,
is the
it's in
difference is
Toronto.
the difference is Raw is made. It's on Netflix. Everybody's gonna watch Raw. Ain't nobody watching SmackDown. You gotta do big matches
For
on SmackDown.
real. For real.
Well, Corey's not watching SmackDown. Everybody watches SmackDown. Everybody.
You and three other people.
Everybody watches it. Bleacher Report watches it. Sports Illustrated watches it. Okay, but no, everybody loves SmackDown. But no, listen, that was fun, man. That was fun. I mean, anybody want to chime in on Oba and Braun like so far?
No, I
Yep,
want to
it
talk.
is what it
I
is.
want. I only want to talk about one person that we ain't talked about.
Go ahead. We got 20. We got less than 10 minutes. Go for it.
The man has come around, and y'all ain't talked
He's some
about her
fool
yet.
talking about they don't like her because she's the you calling herself the man. Like you see that nonsense?
He said that.
Yeah,
She
so
been
it's
the
like
man for years.
exactly. It's like you're a woman talking about you're the man. Is like I'm like, dude, you know it's TV, right? It's a
To
character.
hell with that. Stone Cold told her she was the man. She the man.
Yeah,
Give
but
it.
some feminist, some like some ultra feminist was all upset about it. It was the dumbest thing I saw on the internet. I don't know if it was real or not. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like the same thing that I don't know. I whatever. Um, yeah.
Where are we
Beck.
going?
First of all, Stephanie La Primera,
Whew.
welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry, Stace. Oh, God, I love her so much.
Y'all saw my
It was
hashtag.
good.
I'm not sorry, Stacy.
I
Yeah, I
tried.
That's
wasn't sorry about that at all because Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. He's like, there's a God somewhere. So
Yes.
it was good to see her back, but cutting a little promo and then Liv comes out. Liv just being Liv. Liv is she. I always remind myself of what you say every time, Corey and Stacy too. Don't worry about her being annoying. She's supposed to be annoying. That's her. So I was like, yes, okay, fine. So I love that. And then the man came out, and then you got them kind of going at it. It was really good. Corey, go ahead. I'll let you cook on it.
First of all, the best thing you can say is when Liv comes out is I hate her so much. That means
Yes.
she did her job.
Yes.
She did her
Yes.
job.
But I everybody on here knows that I am one of the biggest Roman bloodline fans there is. And I like Becky more than I like Roman. Becky can do no wrong, man. Becky's the
Mm,
best they got. Period. When Becky is main event. Like when Becky's
Yeah.
out there, it's like, yo, I gotta see where we going. I'm so happy that she's finally back in the main event championship scene. She made the IC title. Cool. Now she gets to feud with Liv and Stephanie, and now all these women are gonna be better for getting to deal with Becky.
Yes.
You're gonna
Yes.
make you're gonna make Stephanie. Liv's already made. She's been in there, but her and Becky at any time is gonna be great. And then you got
mm-hmm.
Roxanne around who she's eventually gonna have to do something with. Like
Mm-hmm.
Becky is making all these women job a lot easier, and it's gonna be a fun ride, and I'm excited to see it. But I wanted to hear from y'all. Where do y'all think this is going? Because
I,
at
I,
some
I really
point,
don't know where it's going, but I'm happy
that's
it's
the
going somewhere. I agree with you
that's the
because
best
like
answer.
Becky Becky, all she's doing right now is helping. That's all
Yes.
she's doing. She's been doing ever since she came back over a year ago, helping. The IC title is in the dumpster. I need you to help me get it up. No problem. You know
Yep.
what? Lyra needs to get over. I need you to help me. No problem. Like, I'm having trouble with like Soul Ruka. I need no problem. Like Becky helps. Is it? It's not about being the man anymore. She's the being the man by just being who she is and elevating everybody. Like, come on, let me show you how to do this. Come here, let me show you how to do this. And I'm here for it. I love it. I really do, and I agree with you. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know who's going to get the belt. I don't know if Becky's going to get it. I don't know if Steffi's going to get it. I don't know, but I'm here for it. I'm invested.
Stacy got me fighting for my life like Jay over here.
Why?
You ain't see nothing. She nothing. Go ahead, because you gonna make me laugh more. Go ahead. Hey, serious, where we going with Becky?
I ain't running the show. I ain't running the show. But I'm in love with it. Anything that Becky, puts her hands to, she does well with. I'm glad that she's back in the main event picture. We wanted to get her out of the mid card for a while. And so the fact that she's, challenging for the belt, and, the fact that she's in a storyline right now with Stephanie, and hopes to get to Liv Morgan is great for everything. So I'm in love with it, man. I'm in love with it.
Go ahead, Stacy. We being children right now.
So sorry. My 12-year-old boy, his sense of humor kicked in and I can't quit. So there's one thing that I have to say that I wish would have happened with this storyline that would have specifically affected Raquel and Roxanne. Oh my gosh. I would have loved to have seen Jordan Grace in this. Because
she's not with the company anymore.
I know, but they said they had no place for her, right? They said they had no storyline. Can you imagine if they would have layered her into this segment? Because she has NXT history, right?
Mm-hmm.
She could have been a great match with Raquel. She would have been great with Roxanne. She'd have been great with Stephanie, right?
Yeah.
So it would have been a great combination. We could have gotten a couple of, faction 3 versus 3, but not a faction because Becky's not a faction. But like we could have had a 3-3. We could have had any combination that would have added another layer to this. That was a major missed opportunity to me. Because she is good, and she could have also benefited from time with Becky.
Yep.
So that could have been one more layer to make someone, because I can't think of anybody on the SmackDown roster that's a single wrestler that could benefit from coming to Raw right now that could be layered into this storyline. Because we only have 2 female storylines right now.
There's a couple of people on SmackDown that could have moved.
On Raw,
Julia,
this one, or we've got on Raw specifically, we only have this one, or we have Solo and Lyra. That's the only thing. And then we have random Maxine, but nobody cares because she's not doing anything other than just hanging all over Austin Theory. So we really only have 2 female storylines on Raw, which, they don't have time for anything else because we've got the Bloodline and we've got Oba, Brock. Like there's so many things happening that are Bron that it makes sense. But that would have been a great addition to this. That would have been one more layer of giving Raquel a little more, giving Roxanne a little more, because right now they're still in the back, right? They're still just, I don't want to say insignificant players, but really, we might get a match here and there with Raquel and Becky or Stephanie and Roxanne and interchange them, but we know the bulk of this is really between Stephanie, Raquel, or Stephanie, Liv, and Becky, until we get to an eventual turn for Roxanne or Raquel. But right now, with Becky being in this, that's not a foreseeable future, like close future thing happening for Raquel or Roxanne. We dripped that, right? We dripped it. We saw that with the Finn Balor thing, that we saw that with Roxanne a little bit. We thought it was coming. Now that Stephanie's back, that's not even a viable option anymore because we've got the man in the storyline now. So you don't need a drip of a Roxanne or Raquel anymore because, to Corey's point, she gave so much credibility and levity to this feud that we don't have to toy or tease with a potential turn. But then again, we also then are taking a step back with Raquel and Roxanne. So adding a Jordan Grace would have been something to give them a little something as well. So it's not just the trio and the 2 backstage people. That's the only thing. I love it as well, Corey. I think Becky's like fine wine. She's always been great, but she gets better every single moment you give her. There's not a second that she doesn't stand out. She can be standing there shaking her ponytail, and you're like, yes, give it to her. Keep going. Shake it a little bit more. Flip your bangs in her face. Do what you need to do because she's just that good. And so she could do no wrong. I agree. But she's to Corey, and Corey couldn't be more right. She is making them all better by doing the work she's doing with them, which gives this so much credibility. It could have just been a little bit better had we had one more person like a Jordan Grace in this to give Raquel and Roxanne something to do.
I'm glad we didn't get another person because I think three's a crowd at this point, and not that it's crowded, but like I just want to focus on these three right now, and I think we got time to add another element to this storyline. You know, there's a you can cook on this for a little bit and then move to the next level by bringing Raquel or Roxanne, however you want to do it. But I think focusing on these three, or maybe it's just the two, and having Liv watch these Liv, Stephanie and Becky go at it and fight over a number one contendership, right? And then or however they want to do it. I think it'll be a triple threat, probably.
I think so.
I think you said it in the thread, Stacy. It'll probably be a triple threat. But I don't know. We'll see. Well, there's a lot. There's a lot of different ways we can maneuver on this storyline, and I think it's fun. I think to that point, there's just a lot of different things that are going on right now in on Raw and on SmackDown that now I'm like, all right, I don't have to just be bored. And we didn't even get to triple right.
Or
We didn't even get
NXT.
to that.
Zilla's an NXT now. So
Zilla's on NXT. I mean, Ren and Kendall were distracting me during our show last night. I was fighting for my life on that show. And Carrie Armstrong. Whew,
yeah,
I don't know if
Carrie.
you guys have seen her. She is tremendous. I'm glad she's cooking on the NXT. I think she was on Evolve, and now she's on NXT. So, and then Kalani Jordan just works. So there's a lot of different ways we're going on with that. So there's a lot of good things going on in every show. So I'm happy about that. But that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm gonna break the ring down in I'm gonna do a Oba and Brock and pull the mat so you just see the wood panels so then we can get you guys out of here. But I mean, there's so much going on. There's so little time to talk about it. That's why we have shows every week, people. So definitely come in and tune in at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the Backstage Business. I'm sure Corey will love the idea of doing a live reaction to Saturday, Sunday weekend main event because it is a major PLE. It's not a house show. Um,
Just poke the bear. Just poke the bear. Why don't you?
just, just keep poking him. Nah, I'm just messing with it. But we'll talk about that. But listen, I appreciate everybody coming through. Thank you for the good folks at ProMe for sponsoring the show. Get to their site, use our promo code Executives 2026 and get 15% off your entire order for your betting and bedroom needs. Corey, thank you for coming in. We appreciate you as always coming in with the controversial take. It never ends with Corey. I appreciate you. Get us out of here, bro.
I mean, if y'all want to see a reaction show to a house show, y'all just let us know. I'll be here. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Tune in Monday, 49er show. We're gonna talk some real football. Wednesday, I'll come back, tell serious everything.
He gone.
Oh, you can't do that. That's not nice. That's not nice. We talked about that. We talked about that. You can't do that.
He's gonna teach me how to run the buttons because I'm gonna run this wrestling show one week.
Dude, if he don't teach you, I'm gonna teach you because this is ridiculous. Because like now I gotta pull in double duty and I gotta run the board. So but we
But
appreciate you, Corey.
I'll come back next Wednesday, tell everybody what Sirius been wrong about all week. So I'll holler at y'all then. All right. Bang, bang, not again. Peace.
Yeah, make sure you catch the show on this coming Monday. Forever Faithful Nation. They do a great job talking all things 49ers, Larry and Corey. So make sure you catch that show.
Breaking news as well.
Stacy, Queen, get us out of here. We did it. We did it.
Another great night, y'all. Catch me tomorrow night on Main Event Mamas. We're doing a state of women's wrestling. We're talking WWE, all three brands. We're talking AEW, we're talking TNA, we're hitting everything. We're going to talk some indie stuff and really speak to what we have going on currently. What's great, what's not so great, and what's just downright terrible. What can we do about it? So catch me on Main Event Mamas on all social platforms. Go to YouTube, go to Meta. We'll be everywhere, 9 o'clock Eastern, and it'll be a great night. I mean, the last time that I was there, we went almost 4 hours. So I
Y'all
don't know
was
that it'll be that long this time,
y'all
but
should still be going right now, man. Y'all just kept going and
Hmm.
oh
going.
man, we had so much more. That's why we're doing it again. So I'm
There
so
you go.
excited to be with them. Kiara and Tanisha are amazing, and I can't wait to be with them tomorrow night. And I'll catch y'all guys next weekend, next Wednesday.
All right.
Yes,
Make sure they get you out of there on time. You ain't got time to be on that show all weekend now, man. Get to your point and get to the next point. But no, listen, get to main event mamas. They're on YouTube, they're on Instagram and Twitter. Follow them so that you can make sure you tune into the show. If you can, like the show or favorite it, schedule to make sure you get an alert. Make sure you know it's coming on at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Serious, you know what to do,
Yo,
bro.
man, check this out. It's your boy Serious repping that 412 and the 703, man. Such a privilege and pleasure doing these show with these individuals on tonight. As I've been alluded to, tomorrow the Queen will be on Main Event Mamas. Main Event Mama. So yeah, she'll be on that joint tomorrow. So go give her a follow, man. Hit the post notification, hit that bell, let everybody know when they're going live, as well as our other affiliates, man. Shout out to Sid Virginia, Kayla K Fade, Wrestling Honey, my friends over at Nonsense of Deep Thoughts Podcast, man. Get to all the links. Trial Wicked Bitters doing big things, man. I always say this table's big enough for everybody. Get in where you fit in, man. Back here in the building on Monday, man. That whack show, that the substation. I'm gonna rename the show Substation. I'm gonna rename the show Substation. You know what I'm saying? Until they get that right, you know what? They're gonna be in the building on Monday doing their thing. So get them boys some love, man, and then we'll be back in the building Tuesday and Wednesday, man. With that being said, I always close out my shows like this: God is good, even though sometimes Corey ain't. Catch you guys on the next one, man. I'm gone.
Wow, he did it like that. So that's how he leaves the show. But listen, thank you everybody for listening to our show. Thank you for the good folks at ProMe for sponsoring the show. Like I said, get to their website, prome.com. Use the exclusive code executives 2026. Get 15% off your entire order. They got a lot of bedding needs that they can fulfill for you guys. Bed sheets, pillowcases, all that good stuff. They can get you really hooked up and get you a nice, comfortable sleep too. But listen, the ring is broken down. Everybody's filed out. There's popcorn all over the floor. Nobody's going to clean it up. But everything's packed up, moved into the trucks with Danhausen's face on it. We're going to the next show. So listen, we got a lot of shows coming to you next week. We got a lot of fun things in store for you. Make sure you watch Main Event Mamas with Stacy. That's going to be a special show. And we got some more guests coming up. We're talking to a couple of people that we're gonna collaborate with on the wrestling side. That's freaking wrestling, a lot of good people that we're working with, so I can't wait for that. But listen, I appreciate everybody. Go out there, support your local villain. If you don't have one, you got the best one here. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.